Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3 and Black Ice version 12 and the UK campaign where we left off, we were pushing out of here. We'd made a landing in kind of the Netherlands and this Belgium area. I have landed and taken Hamburg, and the reason I'm coming back to you all is, as you can see, the Soviets have pushed all the way through and we are not far off now. We are only about 4% away from victory over Germany, and well, my tanks are about to move into Dortmund, which might be enough to do it. Failing that, we do have an attack going in towards Aachen at the moment, and Aachen borders Bitburg and Eskirchen, and both of those places will get us what we need. So yeah, there's a few things to deal with in that part of the world at the moment. So yeah, I'm just going to see whether or not moving into Dortmund is actually going to be enough to get us what we need to get to. But as you can see, we've got some problems at the moment, in that I've got a load of shatters happening. The Air Force is a problem. And the other thing that's been going on is we have managed to push out and take pretty much all of Vietnam out from the Japanese. And we're going to start thinking about how we want to do the invasion of Japan, because that really is the key final obstacle, is beating back Japan. I'm thinking a landing kind of on Kyushu, then moving on to Honshu probably would be the way that we'd want to go, but you know, there's a lot of victory provinces and they're all fairly closely linked, so yeah, we can definitely get that way. In fact, I do think, yeah, Japan is 21% already towards capitulation, so already what we've done is pretty huge, and we've just won over here, so I can move up all of my forces, and then yeah, I want to outflank if I can into that part of the world, if possible. So when will you get there? The second. Okay, so with the capture of Dortmund, they are at 100%. Okay, so this should be the end of Germany. And the game didn't crash. So we are going to continue. We do have victory in the campaign. And I have puppeted Germany. So we now have... Oh my god. That's a rather redonkulous Germany going on here. The Soviets are going to have to retreat into their own land, and now that we've puppeted Germany, what do they look? It's still the Nazis. Oh jeez. Okay, that's a bit strange. But Norway's free, Denmark's free. We've liberated a load of different countries, and now I can get all of my troops over here and bring them back towards Rotterdam. And then similarly with my forces over here, I can get you and bring you all down towards Shishin, whatever it's called, and get a little bit of support back there as well. And then, well, this is a very quick kind of interlude really, just to say that I need to now reorganize for the invasion of Japan. Because it's 1944, and I can see us doing that in 1944, to be honest. And it's all about timing of how long it takes me to kind of just reorganize all of these different units. Manpower-wise, we need a full 500 manpower to reinforce, which shows you how difficult this has been. And we're up to 68% victory points, which is kind of cool. Now, I'm not recommending we go to war with the Soviets, because that would probably be a step too far in this campaign. I don't think I've quite got... Well, if we took out Japan as well, we could look to puppet Japan as well for a bit of a laugh, but yeah, we've got victory everywhere really, and yeah, the Soviet horde, it's very interesting to see what was left of Yeah, they were on their last legs. Like, they were holding us back, but just barely. Like, just looking at what they had available. Very intrigued by... Are they still at war with Finland? Ah, okay, yeah. So Finland they're still at war with, as well as Jiangxi. So I've got to move into Jiangxi. And are you at war with the Soviet Union? The answer is that they are not at war with Soviet Union. Ah, well. Okay, so we're going to drop a save here. And then, as I say, off camera, I'm going to reorganize the British Army again. And then when we jump back in, we'll probably do it in this episode. We will be in a position to see what we want to do with regards to what's left of the kind of Japanese Empire. As I say, I'm thinking landings on the mainland. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the short moment for the cut here. Bye-bye. Hello, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3 and Black Ice version 12 and the UK campaign. And where we left off, we'd successfully dealt with Germany, and we were starting to turn our attention to the Far East. And we've done a reorganisation, and I have been pushing up with my 3rd army group, and... where is it? The other army group, I can't remember the name of, but we've been pushing up with kind of our combined forces over here to destroy and take back China from the Japanese. Now, we've just taken what is Formosa to the Japanese and Taiwan to the Chinese, and I'm currently considering whether or not we should maybe do a landing in Korea. We could do a landing kind of in the Busan area, and then push up towards kind of Pyongyang as well, but we'll have to see on that front. It'll be, I feel like that might be quite fun. I kind of want to clear out the mainland of kind of China and then do an invasion of Japan and do it that way, because, I mean, pretty much all of the Japanese resistance is pretty much crumbling. We've retaken the Philippines, we've taken all the important spots in Borneo back, and we now have no surrender progress, which is pretty cool. And a really high national unity as well, must be worth saying on that front. We have trapped as well some Japanese units that have no supply over here. And if we did do a landing, we've got plenty of transport ships to put it off if we do kind of an initial landing with one eye on them, maybe a further push up towards here, because I feel like if we can unhook Korea and kind of take back Dalian and things from them, that would pretty much do the job. Now, the push in the south, we've just taken back Shanghai, which is pretty good. Like, that's, you know, there aren't really that many forces facing us. Like, there's a one division kind of per tile. The Soviets are pushing in from kind of the Jiangxi area, and they're also pushing through Manchukuo. But I kind of want to beat them to kind of the main prize, which is Tianjin and Beijing as well. And we're about to enter into good tank territory in planes now. We've kind of moved through the bad territory, so you've not missed a great deal. A few encirclements of a few Japanese units, but nothing too much. We have brought over a truly massive force of carriers. I have set up a rather large Far East fleet. So this is it listed in its full kind of roll call. So we have in total 12 carriers. We have, I think it's 7 light carriers, and then we've got all of our battleships all listed out, which is, again, really quite cool. And the last of the Japanese Navy is pretty much a wreck at the bottom of the sea now. So it is a standard kind of cleanup job from here on. The only thing that has happened is the Japanese have retaken Miami Torishima, and there is currently an American landing happening over there, but we're going to put speed forwards. Now, at this point in the game, I'm hemorrhaging supplies and fuel because of the convoyed out issue with that, and to be honest with you, I'm just giving myself fuel now whenever that happens. To try and rectify it, I am building an absolute shed ton. Just noticed we've actually got a load of refineries and things built. But I'm building an absolute shed ton of petroleum refineries. God, that was more difficult than it needed to be. And, ooh, steel refineries. Anywhere that needs those? Birmingham? No, not Birmingham. There aren't really any, like, we did build up, I think, our steel refineries quite early, didn't we, in the campaign, if I remember correctly? Yes. But there's a decent one there in Sheffield, so we could build up Sheffield a little bit. We'll put some coal fields in there as well. Now, rares-wise, I don't think we've got too much on that score in the home islands, no, but bet you over here we do. Yeah, there's some major ones in the Malay Peninsula. It's a major rares production area. So that's cool. And pretty much doing a full production queue again. And yeah, it's a slow grind now to try and... oh, we are now attacking Nanying. So there is a Chinhan Wan... I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. But it's something. Led by Gun Hashimoto. Who's got a very military name with the word gun there. I know that won't be the meaning in Japanese, but hey. Okay, and we've got a victory. Good. And we have managed to surround another infantry unit over here in Changshu. And there's a lot of cav, I've got to say. Now, cav isn't going to be of any use in this part of the war. Cavalry versus tanks, not going to be a particularly good matchup. What I would say is there is a lot of myths about cavalry in World War II. Cavalry was not used as a predominantly like kind of weaponized. If you're thinking like cavalry charges, right? That was not the use of cav during kind of World War II. Cav was used as a rough terrain recon kind of unit. It was mainly used, actually, the Polish did use cavalry to decent effect in the early stages of World War II. Another country that also did quite a lot with cavalry, if I remember correctly. Am I going crazy? I could have sworn. So, I know Poland documented use of cavalry. It might have even been the Germans, because, I mean, the German army was not the motorized force that people often think it was. There is quite a lot to it more than that. And just repairing up some of our carriers and things. So, I'm thinking a landing at Busan, to be honest. We could land on the southern peninsula and then push our way up. And then if we need to outflank... I mean, we could also land in Pyongyang, which is definitely sure to get my video completely wiped out in North Korea. Not that my videos appear in North Korea anyway. The current ban list of my videos reads Russia, Iran, North Korea, some, maybe Laos, I think, if I remember correctly. They don't show my videos. Oh, and Saudi Arabia, weirdly. They don't like the videos either over there. Okay. Right. Okay, onwards. Okay, this is, yes, so the armor now can break into plains terrain, which is perfect for it. And we've got a lot of Australians in the Far East Army. They're definitely pulling their weight. Okay, so mixed brigade, just been taken out. And we did beat back that very annoying Marine division that was dug in. Okay, let's see if we can't break through here with these. Because I would like to take Chongqing if I could. And I think, yeah, we're going to actually move like so. Let's get a few of our forces freed up in this part of the world. Good, good. Okay, 11th Indian Division. Can take you kind of through the center. The 4th will take you around the coast. You can take Nantong. And then start to bring up the rear. We like that. And yeah, our reinforcement is all coming along quite nicely. And I'm excited about a Korean invasion. Never done that before in this game. Because Japan always starts, obviously, with Korea. Because the start date is 1936, and Korea at this point was conquered by Japan, I believe, in the 1920s. In fact, no, it might have even been a bit before that, actually. It might have actually been the early, in like 1905 or something. Okay. And then, tech-wise, we're kind of doing everything ahead of time now. So, 1910. It's my girlfriend jumping in with an important fact check for me in relation to when Korea was conquered by Japan. So thank you. Thanks to her. See, my first guess, I kind of was in between, right? So 1905 and 1920, 1910 was the middle point. Not completely wrong, just mostly wrong. Right. So, nice little bit of supplies. And okay, more armor. And yeah, we're making very short work of these divisions now. Let's actually take the infantry around there. I would like to take Wuhan and Changde. Need to regain organization a little bit with some of these units. Okay, and our armor now is racing along. The 3rd Carabineers Regiment. And they have Cromwells. Oh, how cute. The Cromwell was a very interesting tank, actually. One of the late war British designs. The bolts on it look so... It looks so old-fashioned. Like, considering it was kind of in combat in 1944, 1945 time, it's a very... like old school kind of tank look, I've got to say. Real pinnacle of British engineering, but very quick. You know, it's an extremely quick tank. Not the greatest armor in the world, probably not the greatest gun in the world, but you know, did the job. That's for sure. And then, okay, yeah, so we are beating back that division. This is probably the strongest unit they've got left, actually, in China, the Japanese. And radar training, and yeah, love that. Okay, so gun turrets, bomb load, yep, air launch torpedoes to the next level, and then there's a few aerodynamic techs to get. A few more on avionics as well. And yeah, some submarine stuff as well soon. Okay, not bad. And we've got a whole 5 IC freed up. We're going to have, hopefully, all of our upgrades good to go. And how long until our majestic units over there start getting into place? Not long now. So, let's get my transport ships from over there. And grab that marine group that we used to retake Borneo. And then let's load up you. And you. And you. And yep, we can get everyone, that's good. And then let's move all of our battleships and things, and let's move them up towards Shanghai. Let's get... That's a really strong port, and not far off from Korea. And let's move up the carriers into that port as well, along with our support carriers. Okay, and the rate of advance now that we're seeing is outpacing the rate at which the Japanese can fall back. So we might even complete a little encirclement and move on Qingdao. Won the Battle of Luan. Interception tactics. Yeah, okay. Let's get fuselage aerodynamics and wing aerodynamics. And even though this campaign... Oh, Iceland wants to trade. What do they want? 5.6 supplies in exchange for 2.37 money. No, no, no. They've actually got a fairly large military considering this. Okay, interesting. Oh, and the one thing that did happen was D-Day went off. But it went off just on, like, captured, you know, they were already... So the game, even if France is liberated, it still does D-Day, which is very strange. But the French got a load of free American units, so that's something. Okay. Okay, we're actually going to cut off this peninsula here, actually. Because I think that's probably the right call to make. Because we've got armor and things that are ready to go. And we can use the Australians to clean it out, along with some mountain units. And the Australians. And then we can turn all of our armor towards Beijing. Okay, Battle of Lingbi. Another HQ garrison unit. And armor kicking into gear. Okay, so ground attack tactics at 45. Oh, and the Band of Brothers music kicks in. Because of course it does. Okay, some metal for money. Jesus Christ, you guys are taking forever to get back. 15th of July. I guess the infrastructure isn't the best over there, to be fair to them. Okay, battleships are moving up. Transport ships are moving up. Support attack here and try and break through that one cavalry division there to try and surround Changde. Manpower to reinforce. Oh God, this tank division is going guns. Okay, so there's one random infantry unit here, but the armor should be able to deal with that relatively simply. Attack in 2 hours. Extremely experienced as well, must be said. Yeah, easily dealing with that one. And struggling to beat that back. One single unit is causing us some real problems over there, and I'm not happy about it. Okay, so we've taken Dion. We're moving into... Oh, I did not mean to go all the way over there. We're moving into Tongzi. And the 5 or so divisions over here that we've freed up. Should do what we need them to do. Okay then, Claude Pert. What an awful name. Keep on going. Okay, so more of our infantry have finished up their job there. And fire control system. Let's get the navigation radars and the search radars. Ah, good. Won that one. Okay, and you will be there on the 20th, so that's pretty quick. Well, we found another cav unit. This one's slightly stronger than a normal cav unit. And how long? 8 o'clock. Okay. And we're going to chuck ourselves some fuel in and some supplies because I am done with the campaign. We've done our bit. Wait, Greek units? Oh, thank you, Greeks. The Greek expeditionary force has arrived in China. Very kind of them. Okay, let's do this landing here. Okay, and I can see that these are all in place. Let's try a naval landing in Busan. And let's bring all of the battleships along with. And do a little bit of support with the carriers. And then have the support carriers also do their thing in a slightly different location. A few years to make an empire, 6 months to lose it all. You in to help attack there as well. Okay, the surround is going on now. We don't need to attack Tianjin. We can hold off a little bit. Have the cav move on through. Okay, another decent unit. Oh, we've got a little bit of fuel. Now, we are getting these events a lot, which is helping a fair amount. The puppet ones where they give us fuel. So we'll wait until we've kind of reached 85,000 and then do that. Okay, and then we can support with these infantry and things because you only need 3 divisions to clear that out. Okay, and we're getting an unopposed landing. Let's take the battleships actually and move them over here to make sure that we've got support. Very interesting that was unopposed. Alright, let's move you over there. So we've taken a spot in southern Korea, an early Korean War. And let's start setting up a nice little defensive spot over there. And we'll take that fuel, thank you. And put a little bit more into supply to stop that being a problem. Okay. Right, artillery unit training. We can let that one ride. Now we've got a very advanced army. You can see what looks like a possible invasion going on with some marines here or something. Okay, we're beating back a garrison unit over there. Keep that advance going. Let's hold the river position. Don't get encircled. Okay, 11th African. And all of our mountain divisions. All looking very strong. And yeah, we will outlaw those parties that we will not say the name of on YouTube. Okay, we've just freed up some divisions over here. In fact, it looks like we've got an opportunity to move on over there a little bit. If we wanted. Let's see if we can't break in and win the Battle of Wuhan. It's just a relatively poor tank division that they've got in there, so not a lot. In fact, their divisions in general seem to be disappearing from over here. They might be going to other places. And I've got to say, we've really carried all of this. Let's get into position there. Take you and rebase you down there. We're going to take these units and we're going to land in Pyongyang, I reckon. Let's send some of our support carriers up into that part of the world. That island, that's good. Wasn't a victory point, but I assume that they've taken... Yes, they have. So where does Japan sit on its old victory? Ah, they're at 36%. That's pretty good. Partisan uprising back there, that's not good, but it'll be okay. We will go back and deal with it. We've probably got a unit somewhere that we can use for that purpose. Yeah, like that infantry division there, that'll do the job. So we're going to move that mountain unit up along with these. And we'll support attack there with you. Let's get them all in. Okay, an independent brigade isn't going to do any good against us. Okay, a garrison division in there is going to be a problem, but... no. In you go. A naval battle? It's not a naval battle. Okay, that's good. Okay, we have just taken Pyongyang. So that's a little bit of a difficult battle, but that's okay. It will be very interesting to see if this spots any kind of response, because this is now Major, and Suwon and Sozan will be the next places that we're going to try and take. Let's do another naval landing in that one. I want to try to get us green on supplies if I can. Okay, our infantry are moving up quite nicely now to support our tanks. These are all very experienced divisions. They've been fighting for months in crappy terrain all the way up through. And our infantry is starting to catch up with that one division. Seeing a breakthrough over here. Let's try again. This time we'll take 4 divisions and we will invade in Gyeonggi Bay. I'm really sorry about all these pronunciations as well, guys. I don't think I have that many Korean followers, but I apologize in advance to anyone that is Korean that watches my videos. Right. And... okay, light armor. Koga Takashi. Okay. He's just lost that battle. Okay, garrison unit there. We've beaten back that garrison division. Good. Okay, the 4th District Army is what we're combating at the moment with the Koala Division, is what I like to call them. You would never give a koala about... I like the fact that they've got a boomerang on all the Australian tiles. Like, but you would never give a koala a boomerang. Right. Okay, I am pretty sure that this is now a relatively straightforward breakout operation. A cleanup. Because I'm not seeing much by the way of defense. Ah, right, yeah, the support attack there. Tanks are easily dealing with that. Okay, and we are having to deal with a little bit of a fight back here. Harold Pyman is fighting off 3 divisions at once. And apparently a militia unit is attacking a tank division. That doesn't seem like it would work out particularly well. Okay, and this is where the majority of their forces are now. Just won that one there. Let's see if we can't break in with the 11th Australian into Changde. It is just a cavalry unit. That man has a fabulous beard. And a mustache to go with it. The first Allied Airborne Army. Let's form the FAAA. Sure. And, yeah, money, artillery. We're going to actually move you south. Let's see if we can't take Stanley in to lend a hand over there at Qingdao. 3 divisions should easily be a match for that. Harlian. Zhao. Victory. Okay, that's a lot of garrison units, but not a lot else other than that. There might be the little chance of a little Soviet encirclement over here. Starting to enter the bad terrain again, which is a bit of a shame. And I think I might call it an episode here, everyone. So I will do one more episode back to back on this, and then I will call it a day. But let's finish off the invasion of Korea. So I look forward to seeing you in the next episode of Hearts of Iron 3. Thanks again. Bye-bye.